So what I thought I'd start with today for my first episode is a little bit of a recap of this year. Basically, I've been living in Bangkok. I'm currently back in Britain for a bit, so reunited with my record collection. I've missed it. So I thought I'd fill you in on some of the signings that I've managed to obtain over the last, what's it been? 5 months now, into month 6. So yeah, this past half year. First up, we have Michael Monroe. He did some in-store signings in February. Unfortunately, well, not completely, I was in Bangkok, but I couldn't make them. But my friend very kindly went along, got some stuff signed for himself and a few bits for me. And I thought I'd share them with you. So first of all, the album I ordered came with the Classic Rock magazine and got Michael to sign that on the front. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Apparently Michael hadn't seen this and wanted it himself. But my mate wouldn't let him have it. I am looking forward to having a good old read through that because I haven't had time as yet. Next up was the album it came with. I have to say, this is the best Michael Monroe album I have heard since probably the one he did after Hanoi Rocks with Ginger Wildheart, in my opinion. And the artwork corresponds with it beautifully. I might flash the other piece up on the screen so you can see it, but signed by all the members. And Michael got stamp happy with his stamps. So all good. On from that, I had another Michael Monroe signed, previous album, and it looks gorgeous in the silver pen. Very, very happy with that. And it's a great album too. That was thanks to my friend Dean, who also has a channel called Get Me A Setlist. So go and check him out. Thanks, Dean. Speaking of Dean, he is friends with the Molotovs. And he also went and got some stuff signed for me along with his own. So I got the album. I think it comes on a beautiful pink vinyl, actually. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Look at that. Stunning. Beautiful pink vinyl. But I am a sucker for a variant. And when I saw this cover, I had to have it. I think I prefer this artwork to the other one, not going to lie. And the album in this one is red. I believe it is red. Red translucent. Very, very nice indeed. And finally, my good friend Dean got me the test pressing signed. How cool is that? Very happy with that. Again, thank you, Dean. So that brings me back to being back in the UK in May, end of April, May. And first person on my list, and I admit I came back a week earlier for this reason alone, because my friends at Wax and Beans, who I also do artwork for their beautiful Now Spinning series, check them out, had an in-store with Melanie C from the Spice Girls. And I do love a bit of Melanie, not gonna lie. I particularly love her first album that she did solo, but this was to promote her latest album. And I went along to see her. I was greedy, not only at Wax and Beans, but also at HMV Birmingham a few days later. So I managed to get a few ciggies, which was awesome. But one of my favourites that I obtained was this one. I say one of. I like them all, but this one has a quote on it, and it's a quote from the first album. Now I feel no remorse, my life is back on course. From this little hitch, I've become a super bitch. Very, very happy with that. Melanie is lovely, by the way. Such a nice lady, and I could have talked to her all day, really could. And she also signed the inner booklet for me, beautiful. Then, my favourite of Melanie's albums, not gonna lie, is Northern Star, from which the lyrics of the quote are from on Going Down. This one I put back in the shrink. I always try to put them back in the shrink if I can. And I just love this. I think it's an album I never thought I'd get signed, and there you go, it is. And also, because I was cheeky, this is a double disc set. And the fourth side of the vinyl, is the fourth side on the vinyl? The second side of the second vinyl is an etching. I don't know if you can see that. But I got her to sign the etching. In fairness, she could have signed it anywhere on that side, but she strategically chose the middle so that potentially I could play it because the other side would play. Anyway, love that work. I also got her Reason album signed. It's the Record Store Day edition, different artwork. I like it because the signature really stands out on that, but I do like the original artwork, but I don't have that on vinyl. In fact, I don't know if it ever was on vinyl. Tell me in the comments, I don't know. Another one is this album. Do you know what? I've never even realised. I think the album is just called Melanie C. I think it is. I've never known what this album's called, but I love that. It's a beautiful book vinyl set. Oh, there you go. But that just looks amazing to my mind. And she very kindly signed that, and that, which are all part of that book set. And I dropped something on the floor, bear with. There we go. And also she signed this one, which is actually from the Spice Girls Forever albums, one of the little photos. Loving that work. Then, you probably wouldn't take me for a Spice Girls fan. And in truth, I'm probably not. I think everyone just likes the Spice Girls, do you know what I mean? I certainly did in the 90s. They were definitely a guilty pleasure. And to some extent, they still are. But it's amazing when you go through the albums how many tracks you actually know and love. So I've got the original one signed. It would be nice to get the other girls on there. We will see. Who knows? Maybe one day. The second album. The third album. I admittedly don't know many on this one. But I couldn't not have the albums. Then probably my most popular, my most favourite is this one, because it's got all the hits on it. It's got all the hits. So that one probably gets played more than most when it gets played. So yeah, Melanie was amazing. As you can see, she really took her time with me, and they say don't meet your heroes, and Melanie C is evidence that that saying isn't true, because she's such a fab person and so talented. And it was just great seeing her interact with all the fans both days. Her energy, I mean, the woman stood there for hours signing without complaint, posing for photos, dancing, you name it. And she never once looked fed up or unhappy. She was just loving every moment and giving everything she got. And do you know what? I love that for her. Amazing. I believe she came number 3 in the album chart, so hard work definitely paid off that week. Next up, I think this was just a few days later actually, I finally got to see, for the first time in a fair number of years actually, Tony Wright from Television, live and acoustic, with Millie Evans. And you know when you just forget how good a show can be? My God. I hadn't been to a gig since last year because I've been in Bangkok. And I'll be honest, my motivation to go wasn't that I didn't want to go. It was like, oh, I've run up and down the country all week for various bits and bobs. And I was like, have I got the energy? And I was like, just go. And I did just go. And it's one of those nights I'll never forget because it's freaking amazing. Tony is such a talent. Love his music. But the jokes and the stories that bind that music together, what a night. Go and see Tony Wright the next time you have chance. He's amazing. And he very kindly, after the show, signed this for me. Can you see it okay? Because it's in the sleeve. I tried to pick a colour that wasn't in the artwork. I picked white. It is visible. It is visible. But it's just such a busy cover. And then classic. And Tony was like, how many years you had that? I was like, I don't even know, because it's the shiny metallic one. But he popped a love tone on that for me. If you haven't heard this album, where have you been? I mean, this is a 90s classic. Absolute 90s classic. Alice, What's the Matter? Oblivion. Middleman. Pretend Best Friend. Some might say. Classics, absolute classics. I don't think there's actually a bad track on the album, but they're the popular ones everyone knows or should know. Excellent. After that, I finally got to meet someone that I've loved for years and probably never thought I'd ever get to meet, not in this lifetime. There's a bunch of people who just feel untouchable to me for many, many reasons. Yeah, and this one's not just a musician, he's primarily an actor, really. And I finally got to meet Kiefer Sutherland. He actually did an in-store signing, again at Wax and Beans. Thank you, Ben. And yeah, I got very lucky, got a bit cheeky, but not in a disrespectful way. He was actually really accommodating. First up, I'll show you what I got signed for my friend. I actually got help signing this, so thank you very much. It's the Lost Boys cover, and underneath he's wrote David, so that was amazing. So that's my little thank you to Dean for everything he's done for me. Next up, I got a 24 print done for myself, and he's wrote Damn It, if you can see. Damn it, damn it. Yeah, that means the world. That means the world. Kiefer, baby. Now, everybody else loves Lost Boys, or 24, obviously. And I love 24 and Designated Survivor, and he was in Mirrors with my friend, which I mentioned to him. But the films that I also love these in are Young Guns 1 and 2. And I've got this still from Young Guns 2. So when he basically goes out in a blaze of glory, and he signed it and he put the quote on it for me, finish the game. Billy, let's finish the game. Amazing. I mean, could I be happier? Apparently, yes. Apparently the word is yes. So I actually do love Kiefer's music. I know it may not be for everyone. It's a bit country and Americana, but I love it. I collected his albums from several years ago, certainly from when I first started collecting vinyl, and I got his first one. This is a cracker of an album and pretty hard to source on vinyl now, if I'm not mistaken. It was fairly hard when I found it, and I paid a pretty penny at the time. But I gave him a pen to sign it, thinking silver will look wonderful on this. But I think through the anticipation, my silver pen dried up and wasn't quite as prominent as I hoped. However, he signed it on the one, you can see. And then I thought, oh, it's not very good, is it? And he signed it again in the middle. I was thinking, oh, I've got two signatures on that. And then he signed it again, and I'll see what he did. He signed it on each of his Kiefers, which I think was pretty awesome. So even though the signature is not as strong as I would have liked and hoped, and these things do annoy me, not going to lie, I got 3 Kiefer signatures on one rare record. Very happy with that. Next up, we have his second album, Reckless Than Me. Signature's a lot more prominent, even with the same crappy pen. I did say to him, is my pen crap? He went, your pen's crap. And he changed it. He did change it. Thank God he changed it, because then I ended up with this absolute beaut. This is just epic. Look at that. Tell me that's not worth it. No, I wish I'd got the wall sign like that. My God. His first and third albums are my absolute faves. Though, that said, the fourth one, I hadn't heard it at the time, I've heard it now. I really like his fourth album as well. Really do. I don't know, it's going to be a tough call. But on the day he was signing an art card, again, from Wax and Beans, thank you very, very much. And then I picked up my album as well, because he signed a bunch of these in the shop for when it was released. So I have the album and an art card. I also have a second copy. Well, I should have a second copy. It went to my mate's address instead of mine. Not Dean, someone else, by accident. So I haven't got it up. But my art card will go with that version of the album, and I will take one to Bangkok with me. Next up, we have Maisie Peters. Now, I have Maisie's first two albums signed, both to Mark, in a bit of a crap pen. Not gonna lie, there's a running theme here. But Maisie was someone I'd never heard of, and I saw her album on several years ago now, first album on Amazon, and it's about 15 quid. It wasn't a lot. And I was like, I'll try it. Loved it, absolutely loved it. So immediately bought the second album. Didn't like it so much, not gonna lie. It was okay, but for me, the first was Head and Shoulders. Yeah, the second I think was more popular for her. Who knows? So I was on the fence. I was on the fence about the third one, but I went to meet her again anyway. And she was lovely. And she signed it. Continuity, still a crap pen. Nice. Oh, and she signed a little thing for me there. So that. Oh, she also signed inside for me in a crap pen. So thank you, May. Buy some new pens. But I've listened to this. It's my new favourite of hers. It puts the first one in the shade, and I don't know how. It definitely puts the second one in the shade, but great album. Really, really like it. Next up, this is where my OCD plays up even more. Can't help it. I went to meet Freya Riddings the other day. Now, again, Freya is someone I followed for the last few years. Discovered her through a purchase off Amazon and fell in love with her sound, and finally got to meet her. And what a lovely person she is. Lovely, lovely person. Yeah, so I got her new album signed, and there it is. And it comes on a nice black splatter ink version. I'll show you. Go on, I'll show you. Ta-da! Which is not the version I thought I'd got, actually, because there's a beautiful pearl looking one that I might pick up at some point. Might do. But she signed it. I was a little frustrated because though it shows up, it's in black. And it was fine in black until she signed her previous two albums for me in glorious gold. Oh, look at that. Isn't that stunning? She also obviously signed the booklet for me in the black after the first one, after the third album, the new one. But then she switched to gold. And my God, does that look good? It looks so good that she did a second album in gold as well. And the inner sleeve in gold. So I have a set with one that to my mind, doesn't match. My OCD is through the roof. I like continuity, I do. But very, very pleased with those. Very pleased. And she was lovely, absolutely lovely. So that's been my first 6 months of this year with music and signatures. Massive thanks to Dean for all his help. On a separate note, nothing to do with this, but massive thanks to Ant, who's also got me a bunch of signatures on Doctor Who items, which maybe I'll do a video on that at some point, who knows. But I can't show you them because he's still got them. And also to Gary, who got a bunch of stuff signed for me by Danny McCormack of the Wild Hearts, who I hadn't had a chance to see for ages. And also a Michael Monroe CD, which I don't have to hand, but again, thank you to Gary. I have so many good friends that look out for me, and equally in turn I try to look out for them too, and it makes the collecting really good fun. So yes, not forgotten. Just really grateful to have such good people in my life, and yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun, and I feel very fortunate because whilst I'm living in Bangkok, it's a lot harder to continue this hobby, but life finds a way, as they say. Who said that? Who's that? I think that was a certain Jeff Goldblum. Life finds a way. So yeah, that brings me to the end of my first video for my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not expecting it to be the Joe Rogan show. I'm not expecting it to be a first-time masterpiece. I know that. But I'm hoping you at least find the content interesting. And as I say, if there's anything you'd like me to focus on, talk about, drop some ideas in the comments, and any that resonate, I will pick them up. Please feedback. Obviously today I am repping the Soap Girls, who will be on tour this year, very soon, imminently in fact. I think they start in the States and they will be moving gradually around the world. I've told them to come to Bangkok. I don't think it's on the radar yet, but I will catch them at some point, whether it be Japan, Europe, or even the UK. But good luck to them. Other than that, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, please be kind in the comments. Constructive criticism only. I don't need abuse. But if you loved it, leave me some positivity and enthusiasm. I need it, because this is more unnerving than you perhaps think. But it's all good. It's all good. As I say, like, subscribe and follow. I think I said that at the beginning. And yeah, thanks for taking the time. And do check out my friend's channel. Get Me A Setlist. I'll pop that in below so you can get straight to it. But yeah, and also check out all these artists, obviously, if you haven't. I'm sure you have. But if you haven't, there's some quality music you are missing out on. If I had to recommend any of those specifically, I would pick out right now Tony's album, the second album, Walnut. I can't remember the name of it. Walnut something. Let's have a look. It's only here, isn't it? What's it called? He says it's only here. He says it's only here. Walnut Dash, obviously. So check out Walnut Dash, amazing album. Check out Melanie C's debut, Northern Star. And check out Kiefer's latest album, obviously. And the first one, if you can get your hands on it. I think it's on streaming, if not. And yeah, and Freya's latest, because it's banging, along with Maisie. So yeah, cheers guys.